I want to talk about an area that came in our Web Squadron Facebook group, and it's a serious one because it affects businesses, website designers, SEO experts as well. Websites have been built, but it's not ranking like on Google or search engines very highly. And this is a video that I hope is going to address some of the pain points and what you can do to help yourself out. So this is for website designers who've built a website and they're now being questioned about why the website's not doing well. This is for SEO experts who helped someone out. And again, the website's not ranking. This is for businesses, clients, where you trusted someone to get your website high. It's not happening and you're losing hope. Because when your website's not ranking very well, it probably means that you're not getting, there's lack of interest. There's probably lack of clients, lack of leads, lack of income. And a bit of a blame game starts to build up. Well, I told you to do it, and you said you would do this, and I should be on page 1 of Google. And the expectation that a lot of people have is so overblown. You get a website built, and you're going to be on page 1 of Google just like that. That's not how it works. And one of the reasons why people think that is because of a lot of YouTube videos and social media where people out there are giving false information. I am so fed up of the amount of bullshit out there about how to get onto page 1 of Google by doing this, this, this. Now I'm going to give you a bit of advice and you could accuse me of saying this is this, but there is no magic bullet, there is no trick to get you there. Takes effort, takes time, but there are things you can do to help yourself out, and that's what I'm trying to cover here. Okay, don't watch this video going, yep, I'm going to get to page 1. We've got loads of websites onto page 1, but a lot of it was down to a marketing campaign and some strategy, and I'm going to try and talk to you about that. So if you've got clients or customers or yourself and your website's not on page 1 of Google, you're going to be unhappy. Clients are probably going to want a refund, which is a little bit unfair if they paid you to build a website. But like I said, a lot of clients out there think or have been told that once you get your website built, you're going to have tons of clients flooding in. And they'll come back and go, my website's been on now for like 2 months. Not had a single phone call, not had a single email. What have you done? I thought your website was meant to turn my fortune around. And it's because they've got sucked into some of the advertising they've seen on TV or the radio or somewhere else that's told them this is how it works, which is not the truth. And the clients are going to feel like, well, they're losing hope, but then they're going to make you feel like you let them down. Okay? So if you're a client, consider, have you ever gone back to your web designer or your SEO expert and started to really query them in maybe an unhealthy way? You're a web designer or an SEO expert and you've had the client come to you. How has it made you feel? And please do put it in the comments. Please do share it, okay? Because as a website designer, when your clients start to criticize or say negative things about you or what you did or what their expectation was, you sometimes start to believe it. Imposter syndrome, paranoia, loads of things start to kick in. And you did everything you could. But the moment someone rattles you, that rattling can start to become a bit of a tremor, okay? And it's not great. So let's just think about the client now, right? Maybe your website was built and you explained to them search engine optimization and all of that, but they declined it. They didn't want to pay for it. They felt like, well, no, I'll be okay. I know loads of people, my friends and family, word of mouth. Yeah, I'm okay for business. Yeah, don't worry, I can sort it out. They didn't want to pay for it. Now, they may have gone for SEO, they may not have, but I know loads of clients, loads of people, other designers, agencies, where the web clients just don't want to go for SEO because they think or they've heard the minute I've built that website, I'm going to get to page 1. And again, it's that unhealthy expectation, or I'm not even getting my words out right here, but it's that kind of, they're believing the hype that they've seen on social media that you just have to have a website built. Or maybe they declined your SEO service because they've got someone in their back pocket who's going to do the SEO for them. But they won't tell you who that SEO expert is. There's no details. Yeah, I got someone who's going to handle that for me. I've already been in contact and I'm already going to work with someone. I've promised someone the work. And you don't know who they are. Is this an SEO expert that got in touch with them via their email? Because we all get those junk emails all the time. Is it someone they found? Is it someone who was advertising somewhere? Who is this SEO expert they're working with? What are the credentials? Has this SEO expert ever really worked with maybe websites or WordPress maybe? Are we using the same tools or plugins or features? Is their SEO strategy going to tie in with what is built on the website? In fact, if you're building the website, is the SEO expert now going to go back into the website to modify the headings and the keywords? How does it work? These are questions that I like to ask the clients. 9 times out of 10, I get told, none of your business really, in a nice kind of way. And if you're a client watching this, next time you have someone doing your website and you have someone managing your SEO, can you please make sure they're talking to one another? Because they do go hand in hand quite a lot. And also, you're never really told what the SEO expert is doing either, right? So exactly what is their strategy? Did the client share their website? And I don't mean just via a direct link, because a lot of clients who struggle to rank, when you do say to them, well, have you let people know about, your brand new website and all of that? They go, yeah, I just sent them the link. Here's the problem. I could take a brand new website and send it out to 100 people with a link, and they're going to click the link and they might stay on the website, which is great, which is good. They might be on the website for 1 hour, even better. But they're probably not going to hire me for any service. And also, because it was a direct link, it's not really going to get picked up as a true search engine, searchability thing, right? They haven't gone through Google. They've gone through the link to the website. They haven't searched. So if they haven't searched, they weren't like hitting certain keywords. And if they're not hitting certain keywords, why the hell is Google going to give 2 shits about it? They won't. So if you've got clients and you've built a website, please make sure they're not just sending the link. Oh, look at my new website. Oh yeah, look, hey mate, got the website built. What do you think? No, you got to do it a little bit differently. And I'm going to come on to that. And by the way, if you're getting bored of this video, I'm really, really sorry. I'm just trying to make things easier to understand and clarify a few things. So the client, right, okay, they're not ranking and all they've done is share a direct link, number one. Did they have a marketing strategy? And I don't just mean like, in fact, no, let me clarify. Some clients will say, yeah, I have got marketing strategy. And when you talk to them about it, they haven't actually got one at all. So the marketing strategy isn't just SEO, right? And keywords and all of that. The marketing strategy is going to be business cards, flyers, advertising on their car maybe. Now that is a direct link. So I've just said to you, don't do direct links, but you got to somehow get the direct links out there as well. So there's loads of companies I know, like landscapers as well, websites built, but nowhere on their vehicle when they're going around have they got a link. They say we're on Facebook, they got a symbol. They say we're on Twitter or LinkedIn, and they'll have the symbol, or Yell or Google, whatever. They've got the symbol, but there's no link. So you drive by and you're expecting me to remember your name, and then I'm going to now go to Facebook and I'm going to try and find you. Really? Like, how many times have you seen something and then 10 seconds later you're going, oh, actually, I want to go McDonald's. What was that business I saw? Oh, I forgot all about it, right? That happens quite a lot. So direct links is not the answer, but are they even bothering to do that? Did they update their business cards? What are their competitors doing? So in terms of marketing, if they are struggling to get onto, say, the first 5 pages and some of their competitors are there, what are they doing? They must be advertising their websites maybe. And could they learn a little bit off them? What about social media, which I've just touched on? So Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter X, all of that stuff. They might have a page, sorry, not a book. They might have a Facebook page or a group, but are they actively posting? I know so many companies, right? They haven't posted for like 6-7 months. And the last post they did was like maybe even a year ago. And I'm like, why are you not posting? Oh, I forgot. And then I go and say, But do you regularly use Facebook? Oh yeah, I'm on it every day. Oh yeah, I'm on LinkedIn every day, whatever. Oh yeah, I'm on Insta. Oh yeah, I'm always sharing TikToks or whatever. You can do that, but you can't share about your business, because every time you share a photo to your friends and family about what you're eating today is not going to make you income. But your business page might. Because let's say I do find you a link or a search engine, whatever, and I go to your Facebook page and you haven't updated in 6 months. My trust in you might suddenly go a bit like, why have you not posted? Why have you not got many reviews? Why are you not telling me about the good, the bad, and the ugly? And I don't just mean telling me about your services, that gets boring, but sharing maybe the fact that you've gone to an event. Maybe you're a landscaper and you're going to a landscaping event where there's loads of wholesalers or suppliers, and you're looking at different equipment and different plans. Or maybe you've bought new shovels or a new wheelbarrow. Why is this wheelbarrow better than your old wheelbarrow? Humanize your post. But so many companies are doing jack shit with social media. And then they sit there going, oh, no one's visited my page. If you are not going to put in the effort, why should I put in the effort with my eyes to go and look at you? I feel like I've missed something here. Are they part of a directory? So just doing social media is one thing, right? Post regular posting, but are you part of a directory? Like in the UK, Check a Trade, Rated People. Maybe there's a listing directory just to do with landscaping. By the way, I'm using landscaping as an example. It could be a dentist, could be an accountant, could be a web designer. Have you put yourself out there? If not, why not? And usually it's because they'll say, I haven't got time. So you got a website built, but you're not going to do anything to help get yourself out there. Now, what you do have to remind them, sorry, I think I've forgotten something here. Yeah, so you know when I said about what are your competitors doing? They might then come back to you and say, well, can you check for me? Can you go and find out for me? Here's my 5 competitors. They're not going to pay. They're not going to pay for an SEO service, right? But they want you to check out their competitors. Fine, as long as you pay for me to do that. Or you might have a subset of your SEO service, a competitor, investigation. When you do SEO services, don't just offer it as a whole big package. You got to have the investigation. What are the keywords? What are they doing? What is their marketing, if we can try and find out? Then there might be the installation on the website of an SEO tool and all the settings. Then there might be the Google Analytics and connections for all of that. Then there might be like Google Business Profile. Have they even done that? Because that can massively help you out with your ranking. How many businesses have not bothered with a Google Business Profile? Oh, I ain't got time. Again, don't whinge if you're not on the Google Business Map. Do you know how many times people search for something and they go near me? Hairdresser near me, accountant near me, and they're not on the map. Go and try and have a look now. Okay, go and do a search for something near me. There's going to be businesses pop up that you've never heard of, but you will notice them because they are near you and you might be more inclined to contact them. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of analogies, right? Because you got to remind the other companies that are complaining because they're not ranking very high that they are not the only website. There are others out there, okay? They are new to the table. And there are other veterans, and they're going to have to work hard to compete with them. Now, here's an analogy, okay? Imagine you've got a Premier League team that has spent £1 billion to improve their team. Will they win more games? They've spent £1 billion, could be a football team, could be whatever, okay? They've spent £1 billion, and they've got brand new players in and all sorts, okay? Will they win more games? Maybe. There is no guarantee that a team that spends 10 billion, 1 billion, 1 million, whatever, is going to be better than another team. All right, it's not all about just the money. But what about the other teams who have not spent as much? They may have a different value. They may have a different strategy. They might not have spent as much, but they could still win the same amount of games. They may do worse, they may do well. Okay, different methods. Every company out there is going to have a different method, okay? Just spending money on something is not going to guarantee you anything. And the other teams that maybe have not spent as much could still improve, right? They could still be doing their own strategy, their own SEO. Or look, it's a bit of a stupid analogy, right? I'm trying to talk about football. But you've got a football team, they've spent more, but the other football teams may also have done stuff behind the scenes. And if they then overtake you, you can't turn around and go, yeah, but we spent more. We spent double what you spent. We should be doing twice as better and more than what you're doing. That's not how life works. The world is full of variables, okay? Variables matter. I mean, you can't really see a variable other than my fingers spinning, okay? Now, because imagine another team, right, another business, but we'll stay on football team, has only spent £1 million, okay? They've just spent 1 million. And somehow they've managed to get Salah, Messi, Ronaldo for free. They've got them for free. They didn't have to spend any money. They still may not do well, even with those three as their strike force. They still may not do well. A little bit, but not too well. But I guarantee you one thing. By doing something as part of their strategy, they're probably going to make $1 billion on sales of shirts because they got those three players. Another analogy is that you could have an author, okay? And they've brought out a book. They're new. They're a new author. And they've brought out a book and they're with an established publishing house. This is one of the big publishing houses in the world, right? But they're a new author. They've got the book out there and they're hoping to make loads of money and get to #1 in the bestsellers list. They're not going to get anywhere near there, even when they're with a big publishing house, even though there are posters at the railway stations telling you about this new book. They still need to do TV interviews. They still need to maybe appear on radio stations. They still need to do readings at bookshops and events and stuff. They still need to do social media. They still need to do loads of work for people to know they exist, right? Marketing, okay? Without marketing, you can write the best book in the world, but no one's going to read it if they don't know about it. Now, I want to bring you over back into the WordPress website side of things. So hopefully you will have done some SEO tools. I like to use Rank Math, and you can use whatever you want to use, okay, that you're comfortable with, because there are so many. But once you know the keywords that are going to work with your client, make sure you do them in your header 1, your header 2, smuggle the keywords in, make them sound natural, you know, native to the text. Don't just say hairdresser London. Try and word it in some way, you know, and you can use ChatGPT and other AI engines to help you out with that. When it comes to the keywords, you got to work with the client and get them to think a little bit laterally as well. Don't just have landscaping. I mean, come on. I mean, just landscaping is your keyword. London landscaping or London landscapers. That could potentially work for you a little bit, but still it's a huge area, London. Can you imagine New York landscaping? You know, there's going to be loads of other people out there. Do New York have landscapers? I'm trying to think about it, because every time I think of New York, I just think of like blocks everywhere. But anyway, you will have, if it's too broad, it's going to hurt you. So maybe you need to think about what kind of landscaping you do. Commercial, residential, I don't know now. I'm really rubbish on thinking about words here, but grass landscaping, decking landscaping, plant landscaping, I don't know. You got to try and nicheify it. It's okay to go with a broad one, London landscaping, but then try and nicheify it a little bit as well. Think about what your potential customers or clients are probably searching for. There's no point just saying, well, I typed my company name in and I'm not really appearing quite high, or I just typed in landscaping. Why am I not on page 1? It's because you haven't made it a bit more specific to work for you. And the same goes with location-based pages. So I mentioned London and New York. You might have a home page which is landscaping. But if your homepage was landscaping New York or landscaping London or whatever, and your keywords were London landscaping, and you made sure that your URL, let's say your business name was landscaping.com/London-landscaping, even though it's your homepage, but you've got that as the slug, that again is going to reinforce and help you out a little bit. Remember, there is no guarantee of anything here. Marketing is massively important, but then you got to make sure you've done the keywords as well in your SEO and all of that. Now, here are my big major tips, okay? And if you've stuck around for this bit, seriously, this is a major tip, okay? When you have a brand new website or an existing website, okay? And this has worked, by the way, okay? And it works a lot, but I always come back to this one story where I had a client and they were on page 14, okay, for hydrotherapy in Leicester. And I told them to do this strategy. After 7 days, they were rank number 2 on Google for hydrotherapy in Leicester. Believe it or not, in hydrotherapy in Leicester, there was like, no, not hydrotherapy. It was hypnobirthing. Well, I can't remember now. Was it hydrotherapy or hypnobirthing? Sorry, I'm going off on something now. It's quite a while ago. But they were rank number 2. From page 14 to page 1, rank number 2. So here's the things they did, okay? Google Business Profile, that will boost you up. The second thing, you go and tell your friends and family to search for you or your keywords, not the direct link. They search, and it doesn't matter what page you're on. When they find you, they click the link in Google, right? And they go to your page. They stay on your site for 3 minutes. Let's recap. They search for you or your business, the business name, right, or your keywords. It's more important to do the keywords. Search for the keywords. When they find you, you could be on page 2, 5, 10, whatever. When they find you, they click and they go to your website and they stay there for 3 minutes. Now, you don't have to stay on the home page for 3 minutes, okay? They could go to another page, but it must be the site for 3 minutes. Why do I say 3 minutes? Because Google are going to notice. There is no rule written anywhere that it must be 3 minutes. Is 1 minute not enough? Is 30 seconds not enough? Yeah, but I tend to say go for 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes will fly by. And by the way, they don't have to be looking at the website. They could have another tab open and they could be looking at Amazon or whatever. They could be on their phone and looking at something else and it's open in a different tab that they're not even looking at. The fact is, you're on the site. You have not shut the site down. You've not bounced off and gone elsewhere. Okay, you're still on the site. The trick is you get your friends and family to do this. And this client I had that got from page 14 to page 1 and rank number 2, she did it, her husband did it, and her sister did it. So she only had 3 people, including her. I didn't do it. I'm not going to do it for everyone. I tell you what to do. You go and do the work. And here's what you need to do. It is based on your IP address phone. So if you're at home today, you do it. Imagine I'm the client now, right? Sorry, did I hit the microphone then? Sorry, I think I did hit the microphone. I'm the client. I will do it today at home. Say it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll do it now. It's now 10 o'clock. I can't do it again because my IP address for my home computer is the same IP address. If I do it tonight, it's still the same IP address. Unless you go and turn your internet off and wait 1 hour and it might switch to another IP address. Doesn't always, but hey. 1 a day. If you're doing it from your home computer, 1 a day, right? If I tell my friend and they live in a different address, they can also do it 1 a day because we're in different IP addresses, okay? Now, tomorrow, I can do it again because the next day, overnight, not always, but 99% of the time, the IP address does change overnight. It can happen, okay? So tomorrow, I could do it again. And I could do it again the following day. Just don't do it multiple times in the same day. Now, let's say your partner or you or someone you know is at work. Well, if you can hit the internet at work, you could do it at work 1 a day as well. Because you're at work, different address, but 1 a day. Home, 1 a day. Work, 1 a day. But when you're on your mobile phone and you're outside, the minute you step outside, you're on a different IP address. You're on the outside internet now, right? Outside. You now walk 200 meters and you do it again. You're on a different IP address. You go to the city center, you're in a different IP address. You go to work. There's a chance that your computer and your mobile are going to be on different IP addresses. When you're at home, sometimes you can get different, but not always. You, maybe someone you know, the client, you know, they might employ 3 or 4 people. Hey, go and do it. Go and try it out. Make sure you got Google Business. I know you said Gizmo then. Make sure you got Google Business Profile, all of that set up, okay? Just to help reinforce things. Make sure you got your keywords in, all right? Stay on the site 3 minutes and start searching for your website. It's not guaranteed, but I know it works. But it's not guaranteed, but it works, okay? So seriously, you got to try and do that. Look, you, the clients, everyone out there, stop blaming experts, designers, other people, you know, lifestyles, whatever, for why you're not ranking. If you're not putting in the extra effort and work, that is why, okay? Just like a website can't be built all on its own. Yeah, I know AI, someone's going to say AI could do that, but not really. But the website's built, you want it to get ranking, put in the damn work, okay? So social media, start engaging, start sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Start, you know, connecting with people on LinkedIn, join groups, join nicheified groups, broad groups, directories. But most of all, right, when you've sorted out your SEO and your Google business profile, start searching for your keywords, okay? All right? And do it on your phone, go out and about. Because maybe your client may surprise themselves. And if any client ever comes back to you and goes, well, I haven't got a marketing strategy. Why do I need a marketing strategy? That is the point when you kind of hang up. I'm Imran Web Squadron. I'm Imran Web Squadron. Sorry, I feel a bit slurry now because I haven't had a drink in a while. I'm Imran Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I would love to know your comments. Seriously, do you agree? Am I talking rubbish here? I know I'm not, because I know this stuff works. But do you disagree with me? Like, maybe you're an SEO expert and you have watched this video out of spite, or you stumbled across it. But what do you think? I want to hear your comments. Take care. See you soon. Bye.